Join then hear my advice. All kinds of vulgar prejudice I pray you set aside, I pray you set aside. With stern judicial frame of mind, from bias free of every kind, this trial must be tried.
From bias free of every kind, this trial must be tried.
Go listen to the plaintiff's case, observe the features of her face, the broken-hearted bride, condole with her distress of mind. From bias free of every kind, this trial must be tried.
From bias
Silence
of
and
this trial must be tried.
And when amid the plaintiff shrieks, the ruffianly defendant speaks upon the other side, what he may say you needn't mind. From bias free of every kind, this trial must be tried.
From bias free
Silence
of
in court,
this trial must be tried.
Is this the court of the Exchequer?
It is.
Be firm, my peccor. Your evil stars in the ascendant.
Who are you?
I'm the defendant.
What's the dread of damages?
Hear me, if you please. These are very strange proceedings. For permit me to remark upon the merits of my being your present in the dark.
There's a very true remark on the merits of his being we're present in the dark.
D major, 2 sharps.
Thank you.
When first my old love I knew, my bosom welled with joy. My riches at her feet I threw, I was a lovesick boy. No turn seemed too extravagant upon her to employ. I used to roll beside and just like a lovesick boy. Tick-a-tang, tick-a-tang, tick-a-tang,
Tick-a-tang,
tick-a-tang, tick-a-tang, tick-a-tang.
tick-a-tang.
I used to mope and sigh and howl, just like a lovesick boy. But joy incessant calls the sense of love, and change will cloy, and she became a more intense unto her lovesick boy. With fitful glimmer burnt my flame, and I grew cold and coy. At last one morning I became another's lovesick boy. Tick-a-tang, tick-a-tang, tick-a-tang,
Tick-a-tang,
tick-a-tang, tick-a-tang, tick-a-tang.
tick-a-tang.
At last one morning I became another's
was like that when a lad, a shocking young scamp of a rover. I behaved like a regular cad, but that sort of thing is all over. I'm now a respectable chap, and shine with a virtue resplendent, and therefore I haven't a rap of sympathy with the defendant. Is the truth just with all, if there isn't a flaw, sing to merrily, try-la-law, 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 sing so merrily, try-la-law, 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 sing so merrily, try-la-law, 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 sing so merrily, try-la-law. Silence in court, and all attention lend. Behold your judge in due submission bent. All hail, great judge, to your bright rays we never grudge ecstatic praise. All hail, all hail, all hail. May easy bring a statue rank, and never hear reversing back. All hail, all hail, For these kind words accept my thanks, I pray. A preacher, the promise we've to try today. But firstly, if the time you'll not begrudge, I'll tell you how I came to be a judge. I'll tell you how. I'll tell you how. Let me speak. 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 Hush. He'll tell us all his tales. When I, good friends, was called to the bar, I'd an appetite fresh and hearty, but I was as many young barristers are, an impecunious party. I'd a swallowtail coat of a beautiful blue, a brief which I bought of a booby, a couple of shirts and a collar or two, and a ring that looked like a ruby. A couple of shirts and a collar or two, and a ring that looked like a ruby. In Westminster Hall I danced a dance like a semi-despondent fury, but I thought I never should hit on the chance of addressing a British jury. But I soon got tired of third-class journeys and deals of bread and water, So I fell in love with a rich attorney's elderly, ugly daughter. The rich attorney, he jumped with joy and replied to me fond professions. You shall reap the reward if you pluck, me boy, at the Bailey in Middlesex sessions. You'll soon get used to her look, said he, and a very nice girl you'll find her. She may very well pass for 43 in the dusk with a light behind her. She may very well pass for 43 in the dusk with a light behind her. The rich attorney was good as his word. The briefs came trooping gaily, and every day my voice was heard at the sessions on Ancient Bailey. All thieves who could my fees afford relied on my orations. And many a burglar I've restored to his friends and his relations. At length I became as rich as the Gurneys, an incubus then I thought her. So I threw over that rich attorney's elderly, ugly daughter. The rich attorney, my character high, tried vainly to disparage. No! Yes. And now, if you please, I'm ready to try this breach of promise of marriage. And now, if you please, he's ready to try this breach of promise of marriage. For now I'm a judge. Yes, now I'm a judge. Though I'll be fat, yet I'll never, but for I live and die a judge. It was managed by a job. It was managed by a job. It is patent to the mob that my being made unhob was effected by a job and a good job. Juryman O'Neill. Oh, will you swear by yonder skies, whatever question may arise, twixt rich and poor, twixt low and high, that you will well and truly try? To all of this we make reply, to all of this we make reply, by the strength of yonder side, that we will well and truly try. We will well and truly try. Where is the plaintiff? Let her now be brought. Oh, Angelina, come thou into court. Angelina, Angelina, Angelina. since I joined the human race. So I so exquisitely fair a face.
Ah, sly dog,
How say you, is she not designed for capture? We fought on earth, my lord, and that is rapture.
You might live, gentlemen, fight over powers.
we love you fondly, and will make you ours.
Ah, sly dogs,
We love you fondly, and would make you ours.
Silence in court.
May it please you, my lord,
Gentlemen of the jury, with a sense of deep emotion, I approach this painful case, for I never had a notion that a man could be so base, or deceive a girl confiding, vows, etc., deriding.
deceived a girl confiding, vows, etc.,
See my interesting client, victim of a heartless wile. See the traitor, all defiant, wear a supercilious smile. Sweetly smile my client on him, coyly wooed and gently won him.
Sweetly smiled his client on him, coyly wooed and gently won him.
Swiftly fled each honeyed spent with this unmanly male. Camberwell became a bar, Peckham an Arcadian vale. Breathing concentrated Otto, an existence a la Watto.
Breathing concentrated Otto, an existence a la Watto.
Picture then my client naming and insisting on the day. Picture him excuses framing, going from her far away. Doubly criminal to do so, for the maid had bought her trousseau.
Only criminal to do so, for the maid had bought her trousseau.
Cheer up, my pretty, oh cheer up. Cheer up, cheer up, we love you. Cheer up, cheer
gentlemen, listen, I pray, though I own that my heart has been ranging. Of nature the laws they obey, for nature is constantly changing. The moon in her phases is found, the time and the wind and the weather. The months in succession come round and you don't find 2 Mondays together. Oh, consider the moral, I pray. Now bring a young fellow to sorrow, who loves this young lady today and loves that young lady tomorrow.
Consider the moral, we pray. Don't bring a young fellow to sorrow, who loves this young lady today and loves that young lady tomorrow.
You cannot eat breakfast all day, nor is it the act of a sinner, when breakfast is taken away, to turn his attention to dinner. And it's not in the range of belief to look upon him as a glutton, who when he's tired of beef, he turns to tackle the mutton. Oh, Confilis, I am willing to say, if it will appease her sorrow, I'll marry this lady today, and I'll marry the other tomorrow.
And this is willing to say, if it will appease his sorrow, he'll marry this lady today and he'll marry the other tomorrow.
That seems a reasonable proposition to which I think your client may agree. But I submit beyond with all submission to marry to at once is burglary. In the reign of James the Second, it was generally reckoned as a rather serious crime to marry 2 wives at a time.
Oh man, oh burning,
Oh, man,
A nice dilemma we have here that calls for all our wit, for all our wit. And at this stage, it don't appear that we can
If I to wed the girl I'm loth, a priest will surely be.
and if he goes and marries, it counts as burglary.
A nice dilemma, a nice dilemma.
A nice dilemma
We have here.
we have here.
A nice dilemma.
oh,
a furnace, I'm always in the car, a ruffian, a brawly, a sot. I'm sure I should flash her, perhaps I should kick her. I am such a very bad lot. I am not prepossessing, as you may be guessing. He couldn't endure me a day. Recall my profession when you are assessing the damages Edwin must pay.
Yes, he does.
Evil very
I should crush her, perhaps I should save her.
The question, gentlemen, is one of liquor. You ask for guidance. This is my reply. He says when tipsy, he would thrash and kick her. Let's make him tipsy, gentlemen, and try. With all respect, I do object.
I don't object.
With all respect, I do object.
I don't object. With all respect, I don't object. I don't object. I don't object.
All the legal fury sees you. No proposal seems to please you. I can't sit up here all day. I must shortly get away. Barristers and you attorneys set out on your homeward journeys. Gentle, simple-minded usher, get you if you like to rush her. Put your briefs upon the shelf. I will marry her myself. On you he's doted, to castle noted, away they go.
I wonder whether they live together in marriage tether, in manners true.
It seems to me, sir, of such as she, sir, the judge is he, sir, and a good judge too. Oh, Troy unbounded, with well surrounded, the dead is sounded of brave and bold. It seems to me, sir, of such as she, sir, the judge is he, sir, and a good judge too. Oh, Troy unbounded, with well surrounded, the dead is sounded of brave and bold. It seems to me, sir, of such as she, sir, the judge is he, sir, and a good judge too. Yes, I'm a judge. I'm a good judge too. Yes, I'm a judge. I'm a good judge too. No homeward as you trudge, you declare my law is fudge into beauty. I'm a judge. I'm a good judge too. No defendant is a snob. I'm a good so too. No defendant is a snob. I'm a good so too. No defendant is a snob. I'm recording from his heart. So we settle in the door and the good
an end at last of all privation. You've got your pay.
Yes.
Spare all you can afford to welcome little Buttercup on board. I'm called Little Buttercup, dear Little Buttercup, though I could never tell why. But still I'm called Buttercup, poor Little Buttercup, sweet Little Buttercup, oh. Of snuff and tobacco, an excellent Jackie, of scissors and watches and all, of ribbons and laces to set off the sweaters and wives, of drink and toffee, of tea and coffee, of tommy and succulent chaff, of chickens and conies and pretty balloons, and excellent peppermint. Then buy of your buttercup, dear little buttercup, sailors should never miss one. Then buy of your buttercup, come, of your
Aye, Little Buttercup, and well called, for you're the rosiest, the roundest, and the reddest beauty in all Spithead.
Red am I, and round, and rosy. Maybe, for I have dissembled well. But hark ye, my merry friend. Hast ever thought that beneath a gay and frivolous exterior there may lurk a cankerworm that is slowly but surely eating its way into one's very heart?
No, my lass, I can't say I ever thought that.
I've thought it often.
Yes, you look like it. What's the matter with the man? Isn't he well?
Oh, don't take no heed of him. That's only poor Dick Deadeye.
I say, it's a beast of a name, ain't it?
It's not a nice name.
I'm ugly too, ain't I?
You are certainly plain.
And I'm three-cornered too, ain't I?
You are certainly triangular.
I'm ugly and they hate me for it. Do you all hate me, don't you?
Well, Bill, we wouldn't go for to hurt any fellow creature's feelings, but you can't expect a chap with such a name as Dick Deadeye to be a popular character. Now, can you?
No.
It's asking too much, ain't it?
It is. From such a face and form as mine, the noblest sentiments sound like the black utterances of a depraved imagination. It's human nature. I'm resigned.
But tell me, who's the youth whose faltering feet with difficulties spur him on his course?
But is the smartest lad in all the fleet, Rafe Rackstraw.
Rafe, the name! Remorse, remorse.
The nightingale sighed for the moon's bright ray, and told his tale in his own melodious way. He sang a well kindly chorus, but choruses yield little consolation. When we have pain and sorrow too before us, I love, and love, alas, above my station.
He loves and loves, alas, above his station.
Yes, yes, the lass is much above his station. A maiden fair to see, the pearl of minstrelsy, a bud of blushing beauty, for whom proud nobles sigh, and with each other vie to do her menial's duty. To do her menial's duty. A suitor lowly born, with hopeless passion torn, and poor beyond denying, has dared for her to pine at whose exalted shrine a world of wealth is sighing. A world of wealth is sighing. Unlearned hear naught save that which love had taught, for love had been his tutor. Oh, pity, pity me, our captain's daughter she, and I that lowly suitor. Pity, pity me, our captain's daughter she, and I that lowly suitor.
You've climbed too high. Our worthy captain's child won't have nothing to say to you. Will she, lads?
No, captain's daughters don't marry former stands.
Shame! Dick Deadeye, them sentiments of yours are a disgrace to our common nature.
But it's a strange anomaly that the daughter of a man who hails from the quarterdeck may not love another who lays out on the foreyard arm. For a man is but a man, whether he hoists his flag on the main truck or he slacks on the main deck.
Aye, it's a queer world.
Dick Deadeye, I have no desire to press hardly upon you, but such a revolutionary sentiment is enough to make an honest sailor shudder.
Me lads, our gallant captain has come on deck. Let us greet him as so brave an officer and so gallant a seaman deserves.
Aye.
My gallant crew, good morning.
Sir, good morning.
I hope you're all quite well.
Quite well, and you, sir?
I am in reasonable health and happy to meet you all once more.
You'll do us proud, sir.
I am the captain of the Pinafore.
And a right good captain, too.
You're very, very good, and be it understood, I command a right good crew.
We're very, very good, and be it understood, he commands a right good crew.
Though related to a peer, I can hand or even steer, or ship a salvagee. I am never known to quail at the fury of a gale, and I'm never, never sick at sea.
What, never?
No, never.
What, never?
Hardly ever.
He's hardly ever sick at sea. Then give 3 cheers and 1 cheer more for the hardy captain of the Pinafore. They give 3 cheers and 1 cheer more for the captain of the Pinafore.
I do my best to satisfy you all.
And with you we're quite content.
Your
you're exceedingly polite, and I think it only right to return the compliment.
We're exceedingly polite, and he thinks it's only right to return the compliment.
Bad language or abuse I never use, whatever the emergency. Though bother it I may occasionally say, I never use a big D.
What, never?
No, never.
What, never?
Well, hardly ever.
Hardly ever see us a big D. Then give 3 cheers and 1 cheer more for the well-bred captain of the Pinafore. Give 3 cheers and 1 cheer more for the captain of the Pinafore.
The silent eloquence of yonder tear that trembles on your eyelash proclaims a sorrow far more deep and common. Confide in me, fear not, I am a mother.
Yes, little buttercup, I'm sad and sorry. My daughter Josephine, the fairest flower that ever blossomed on ancestral timber, is sought in marriage by Sir Joseph Porter, our Admiralty's first lord. But for some reason, she does not seem to tackle kindly to it.
Sir Joseph, I know too well the anguish of a heart that loves but vainly. But see, here comes your most attractive daughter. I go. Farewell.
A plump and pleasing person.
Sorry, our Lord, who loves too well every heart that hope but vainly. Sad are the sighs that on the spell
I grieve to see that you are a prey to melancholy. Oh, you should look your best today, for Sir Joseph Porter, KCB, will be here this afternoon to claim your promised hand.
Ah, Father, your words cut me to the quick. I can esteem, reverence, venerate Sir Joseph, for he is a great and good man, but I cannot love him. My heart is already given.
It is then as I feared. Given? And to whom? Not to some gilded lordling.
No, Father. The object of my love is no lordling. Oh, pity me, for he is but a humble sailor on board your own ship.
Impossible!
Oh, it is true. Too true.
A common sailor! Oh, fie!
I blush for the weakness that allows me to cherish such a passion. I hate myself when I think of the depth to which I have stooped in allowing myself to think tenderly of one so ignobly born. But I love him. I love him. I love him.
Come, my child, let us talk this over. In a matter of the heart, I would not coerce my daughter. Oh, I attach but little value to rank or wealth. But the line must be drawn somewhere. A man in that station may be brave and worthy, but at every step he would commit solecisms that society would never pardon.
I have thought of this night and day. But fear not, Father. I have a heart, and therefore I love. But I am your daughter, and therefore I am proud. Though I carry my love with me to the tomb, he shall never, never know it.
Ah, you are my daughter after all. But see, Sir Joseph's barge approaches, manned by 12 trusty oarsmen, and accompanied by the crowd of sisters, cousins, and aunts that accompany him wherever he goes. Retire, my daughter, to your cabin. Take this, his photograph, with you. It may help to bring you to a more reasonable frame of mind.
My own thoughtful father.
Sir Joseph's barge is seen, and his crowd of blushing beauties. We hope he'll find us clean and attentive to our duty. We sail the ocean blue on the saucy ships of beauty, with sober men and true, attentive to our duty. Sober men and true. We smart and sober men, and quite devoid of fear, in all the royal land. None of so smart as we are.
Gaily tripping, lightly skipping, maidens to the shipping. Gaily tripping, lightly skipping, maidens to the shipping.
Flags and guns and pennants dipping, all the ladies love the shipping.
Sailors rightly, always rightly, welcome ladies so politely.
Ladies who can smile so brightly, sailors welcome most politely, welcome most politely.
Sailors rightly, always rightly, welcome ladies so politely. Ladies looking so skipping, from the maidens to the shipping.
Ladies all the royal air, up the night of sort of ship. Ladies who can smile so brightly, sailors welcome most politely.
give 3 cheers. I'll lead the way. Hurrah, hurrah, hooray!
I am the monarch of the sea, the ruler of the Queen's Navy, whose praise Great Britain loudly chants.
And we are his sisters and his cousins and his aunts.
And we are his sisters and his cousins and his aunts. His sisters and his cousins and his aunts.
When at anchor here I ride, my bosom swells with pride, and I snap my fingers at a foeman's taunt.
And so do his sisters and his cousins and his aunts.
And so do his sisters and his cousins and his aunts. His sisters and his cousins and his aunts.
But when the breezes blow, I generally go below and seek the seclusion that a cabin grants.
And so do his sisters and his cousins and his aunts.
So do his sisters and his cousins and his aunts.
And so do his sisters and his cousins and his aunts. His sisters and his cousins, and we reckon up by dozens and his aunts.
When I was a lad, I served a term as office boy to an attorney's firm. I cleaned the windows and I swept the floor, and I polished up the handle of the big front door.
He polished up the handle of the big front door.
I polished up that handle so carefully that now I'm the ruler of the Queen's Navy.
He polished up the handle so carefully that now he is the ruler of the Queen's Navy.
As office boy, I made such a mark that they gave me the post of a junior clerk. I served the writs with a smile so bland, and I copied all the letters in a big round hand.
He copied all the letters in a big round hand.
I copied all the letters in a hand so free that now I am the ruler of the Queen's Navy.
He copied all the letters in a hand so free that now he is the ruler of the Queen's Navy.
In serving writs, I made such a name that an articled clerk I soon became. I wore clean collars and a brand new suit for the pass examination of the Institute.
For the pass examination of the Institute.
That pass examination did so well for me that now I am the ruler of the Queen's Navy.
That pass examination did so well for me that now he is the ruler of the Queen's Navy.
Of legal knowledge I acquired such a grip that they took me into the partnership. And the junior partnership, I ween, was the only ship I ever had seen.
Was the only ship he ever had seen.
But that kind of ship so suited me that now I am the ruler of the Queen's Navy.
But that kind of ship so suited me that now he is the ruler of the Queen's Navy.
I grew so rich that I was sent by a pocket borough into Parliament. I always voted at my party's call, and I never thought of thinking for myself at all.
He never thought of thinking for himself at all.
I thought so little, they rewarded me by making me the ruler of the Queen's Navy.
He thought so little, they rewarded me by making him the ruler of the Queen's Navy.
Whoever you may be, if you want to rise to the top of the tree, if your soul is infected to an office stool, be careful to be guided by this golden rule.
Be careful to be guided by this golden rule.
Stick close to your desks and never go to sea. And you all may be rulers of the Queen's Navy.
Stick close to your desks and never go to sea, and you all may be rulers of the Queen's Navy.
You've a remarkably fine crew, Captain Corcoran.
It is a fine crew, Sir Joseph.
A British sailor is a splendid fellow, Captain Corcoran.
A splendid fellow indeed, Sir Joseph.
I hope you treat your crew kindly, Captain Corcoran.
Indeed, I hope so, Sir Joseph.
Never forget that they are the bulwarks of England's greatness, Captain Corcoran.
So I have always considered them, Sir Joseph.
No bullying, I trust. No strong language of any kind, eh?
Oh, never, Sir Joseph.
What? Never?
Well, hardly ever, Sir Joseph. They are an excellent crew and do their work thoroughly without it.
Don't patronize them, sir. Pray don't patronize them.
Certainly not, Sir Joseph.
That you are their captain is an accident of birth. I cannot permit these noble fellows to be patronized because an accident of birth has placed you above them and them below you.
I am the last person to insult a British sailor, Sir Joseph.
You are the last person who did, Captain Corcoran. Desire that splendid seaman to step forward. No, the other splendid seaman.
Rafe Rackstraw, 3 paces to the front. March.
If what?
If what? I don't think I understand you.
If you please.
Oh, of course. If you please.
You're a remarkably fine fellow.
Yes, Your Honour.
And a first-rate seaman, I'll be bound.
There's not a smarter topman in the Navy, Your Honour. Though I say it who shouldn't.
Not at all. Proper self-respect, nothing more. Can you dance a hornpipe?
No, Your Honour.
Oh, that's a pity. All sailors should dance hornpipes. I will teach you one this evening after dinner. Now tell me, don't be afraid. How does your captain treat you, eh?
A better captain don't walk the deck, Your Honour.
Good. I like to hear you speak well of your commanding officer. I dare say he don't deserve it, but still it does you credit. Can you sing?
I can hum a little, Your Honour.
Then hum this at your leisure. It is a song that I have composed for the use of the Royal Navy. It is designed to encourage independence of thought and action in the lower branches of the service, and to teach the principle that a British sailor is any man's equal, excepting mine. And now, Captain Corcoran, a word with you in your cabin on a tender and sentimental subject.
Aye, aye, Sir Joseph. Boatswain, in commemoration of this joyous occasion, see that extra grog is served out to the ship's company at 7 bells.
Beg pardon? If what, Your Honour?
If what? I don't think I understand you.
If you please, Your Honour.
What?
The gentleman is quite right. If you please.
If you please.
For I hold that on the seas, the expression "if you please," a particularly gentlemanly tone implies.
And so do his sisters and his cousins and his aunts.
And so do his sisters and his cousins and his aunts. His sisters and his cousins and the records of my cousins and his aunts.
Sir Joseph is a true gentleman, courteous and considerate to the very humblest.
True, Boatswain, but we are not the very humblest. Sir Joseph has explained our true position to us. As he says, a British seaman is any man's equal. Well, except he is. And if Sir Joseph says that, is it not our duty to believe him?
You're on a wrong tack, and so is he. He means well, but he don't know. When people have to obey other people's orders, equality's out of the question.
If you go to infuriate this ship's company too far, I won't answer for being able to hold him in. I'm shocked. That's what I am, shocked.
Messmates, my mind's made up. I'll speak to the captain's daughter and tell her as an honest man of the honest love I have for her. Is not my love as good as another's? Is not my heart as true as another's? Have I not hands and eyes and ears and limbs like another? True, I lack birth.
You're the birth on board this very ship.
True, I'd forgotten that. Well, messmates, what do you say? Do you approve my determination?
We do! I don't.
Oh. What's to be done with this hopeless chap? Let us sing in the song that Sir Joseph kindly composed for us. Perhaps that will bring this miserable creature to a better state of mind.
A British tar is a soaring soul, as free as a mountain bird. His energetic fist should be ready to resist a dictatorial word. His nose should bend,
and his lip should curl,
his cheek should flame,
and his brow should furl,
his bosom should heave,
and his heart should launch,
and his fist be ever ready for a knock. His nose should pant, his lip should curl, his cheek should flame, his brow should furl, his bosom should heave, his heart should glow, and his fist be ever ready for a knockdown blow. His eyes should flash with an inborn fire, his brow with scorn be wrung. He never should bow down to a domineering frown, or the tyrant tongue. His foot should stand,
and his throat should growl,
his hair should twirl,
and his face should scowl,
his eyes should flash,
and his breast protrude,
and this should be his customary attitude. His foot should stamp, his throat should growl, his hair should twirl, his face should scowl, his eyes should flash, his breast protrude, and this should be his customary attitude. His attitude, his attitude, his attitude.
Joseph's attentions nauseate me. I know that he's a truly great and good man, for he told me so himself. Yet to me he seems tedious, fretful, dictatorial. Yet his must be a mind of no common order, or he would not dare to teach my dear father to dance a hornpipe on the cabin table. Rafe Rackstraw.
Aye, lady. None other than poor Rafe Rackstraw.
Oh, my heart beats. And why poor Rafe?
I am poor in the essence of happiness, lady. Rich only in never-ending unrest. In me there meet a combination of antithetical elements which are at eternal war with one another, driven hither by objective influences, thither by subjective emotions, wafted one moment into blazing day by mocking hope, plunged the next into the Cimmerian darkness of tangible despair. I am but a living ganglion of irreconcilable antagonisms. I hope I make myself clear, lady.
Perfectly. His simple eloquence goes to my heart. Oh, if I dared. Oh, but no, the thought is madness. Dismiss these foolish fancies, for they torture you but needlessly. Come, make one effort.
I will. 1, Josephine.
Sir?
Aye, even though Jove's armoury were launched at the head of that audacious mortal whose lips unhallowed by relationship dared breathe that precious word, yet would I breathe it once and then perchance be silent evermore. Josephine, in one brief breath I will concentrate the hopes, the doubts and the anxious fears of 6 weary months. Josephine, I'm a British sailor and I love you.
Sir, this audacity! Oh, my heart, my beating heart. This unwarrantable presumption on the part of a common sailor. Common? Oh, the irony of the word. Sir, you forget the disparity in our ranks.
I forget nothing, haughty lady. I lay my wealth, my riches at your feet. I am too proud to stoop to implore. I've spoken, and I wait your word.
You shall not wait long. Your proffered love I haughtily reject. Go, sir, and learn to cast your eyes on some village maiden in your own poor rank. They should be lowered before your captain's daughter. Refrain, audacious tar, your soul from blessing. Remember what you are and whom addressing. Refrain, audacious tar, your soul from blessing. Remember what you are and whom addressing. Refrain, audacious tar, remember what you are. I'd love my rank to scorn in union holy. Were he more highly born, or I more lowly. I'd love my rank to scorn in union holy. Were he more or I more lowly.
Proud lady, have your way, unfeeling beauty. You speak and I obey, it is my duty. I am the lowliest of that sails the water, and you, proud maiden, are my captain's daughter. Proud lady, have your way. You speak and I obey. My heart with anguish torn bows down before her. She loves my love to scorn, yet I adore her. My heart with anguish torn bows down before her. She loves my love to scorn, yet I adore her.
Refrain, audacious tar, no suit from blessing.
Proud lady, have your way, unfeeling beauty. My heart with anguish torn bows down before her. She loves my highly born, yet Can I survive this overbearing, or live a life of man despairing? My proffered love despised, rejected. No, no, it's not to be expected. Messmates ahoy, come here. come here.
What cheer, what cheer. Now tell us what does she say? What cheer, what cheer.
The maiden treats my suit with scorn, rejects my humble gift, my lady. She says I am ignobly born, and cuts my hopes adrift, my lady.
Oh, cruel one, oh, cruel one.
She spurns your suit, oh, oh, oh. I told you so, I told you so.
Shall we submit? Are we the slaves? Love comes alive to high and low. Britannia's sailors rule the waves, and shall we listen to insults? No, no.
You must submit, you are but slaves, a lady she, oh, oh. You lowly toilers of the waves, she spurns you all, I told you so.
Shall we submit? Are we the slaves? Shall we submit? Are we the slaves? Love comes alive to high and low. Britannia's sailors rule the waves, and shall we listen to insults? No, no.
My friends, my leave of life I'm taking, for my heart is breaking. When I am gone, oh, prithee tell the maid that as I died, I loved her well. Loves me.
Loves you.
Yes, yes, oh yes, she loves you.
Oh, joy, oh, rapture, unforeseen, for now the sky is all serene. The God of the orb of love, as hung his ensign higher. The sky is all ablaze with wooing words and laughing song, which is the lagging hours along. And if I find the maiden boy, a man of all the God is John, the dreamy road.
He thinks his one is Josephine, but though the sky is now serene, a frowning thunderbolt above may end their ill swarms in love, which now is all ablaze. Our captain ere the day is gone will be extremely down. The wicked men who are employed to make Josephine less boy in many various ways.
Oh, joy, oh, rapture, unforeseen, for now the sky is all serene. And oh, the baby woman, as high as ensign high above the sky is all ablaze, is all ablaze, is all ablaze. The sky is all ablaze. This very night with bated breath
And muffled all,
without a light,
As still as death,
we'll steal ashore,
our clergyman,
shall make us one,
at 10:30.
and then we can
return for none.
this very night with
bated breath,
And muffled all,
without a light,
as still as death,
we'll steal ashore,
our clergyman,
shall make us one,
cost 10.
And then we can
return for none.
Can Portland lend us
This is not a bit of a
None can part us
Oh, there, nor carry out the scheme you planned. She is a lady, you a former stand. Remember, she's your gallant captain's daughter, and you the meanest slave that crawls the water.
Back, Bernie, back, you lock us back, Bernie, back, you shock us.
Should curl, his chair should flame, and his brow should throw, his tongue should heave, and his heart should glow, and his fist be ever ready for a knockdown. His foot should stamp, and his head should throb, his head should swell, and his head should scoff, his eyes should flash, and his chest come true, ambition is customary attitude, his heart, his attitude, his breast, his attitude, his eyes, his attitude, his eyes, his attitude, his breast, his attitude, his eyes.
of the heavens, say, why is everything either at sixes or at sevens? Say, why is everything either at sixes or at sevens? I have lived hitherto free from the breath of slander, beloved by all my crew, a really popular commander. But now my kindly crew rebel, my daughter to a tar is partial. Sir Joseph storms, and sad to tell, he threatens a court martial. To thee I sing, bright regent of the heavens, say, why is everything either at sixes or at sevens? Fair moon, to thee I sing, bright regent of the
How sweetly he carols forth his melody to the unconscious moon. Whom is he thinking? Of some high-born beauty, maybe. Who is poor little Buttercup that she should expect his glance to fall upon one so lowly? And yet if he knew, if he only knew.
Ah, little Buttercup. Still on board? That is not quite right, little one. It would have been more respectable to have gone on shore at dusk.
True, dear Captain, but the recollection of your sad, pale face seemed to chain me to the ship. I would fain see you smile before I go.
Ah, little Buttercup. I fear it will be long before I recover my accustomed cheerfulness, for misfortunes crowd upon me, and all my old friends seem to have turned against me.
Oh, no. Do not say all, dear Captain. That were unjust to one, at least.
True, for you are staunch to me. If ever I gave my heart again, methinks it would be to such a one as this. I am touched to the heart by your innocent regard for me, and were we differently situated, I think I could have returned it. But as it is, I fear I can never be more to you than a friend.
I understand. You hold aloof from me because you are rich and lofty, and I poor and lonely. But take care. The poor bumboat woman has gypsy blood in her veins. And she can read destinies.
Destinies?
There is a change in store for you.
A change?
Be prepared. Things are seldom what they seem. Skim milk masquerades as cream. High-lows pass as patent leathers. Jackdaws strut in peacock's feathers.
Very true, so they do.
Black sheep dwell in every fold. All that glitters is not gold. Storks turn out to be but logs. Bulls are but inflated frogs.
So may be frequently.
Stops the wind, stops the mill, Turbity's ambitious brill. Hear the farthing if you will, yet it is a farthing still.
Yes, I know that is so. Though to catch your drift I'm striving. It is shady, it is shady. I don't see at what you're driving, mystic lady, mystic lady. Stern convictions of me stealing, that the lady's mystic dealing, oracular revealing. Yes, I know.
That is so.
Though I'm anything but clever, I could talk like that forever. Once a cat was killed by care, only brave deserve the fair.
Very true, so they do.
Wink is often good as nod, spoils the child who spares the rod. Thirsty lambs run foxy dangers, dogs are found in many mangers.
Frequently, I agree.
For a cat the chestnut snatches, worn out garments show new patches. Only count the chick that hatches, men are grown up catchy catches.
Yes, I know, that is so. Though to catch my drift is striving, a dissemble. When he sees a what I'm driving, let him tremble, let him tremble.
Oh, mystic tonal morrow, I shall learn the truth with sorrow.
Here
Today and not tomorrow. Yes, I know.
that is so.
Oh, a mystic tonal morrow, I shall learn the truth with sorrow. Here today and gone tomorrow. Yes, I know. That is so. Incomprehensible as her utterances are, I nevertheless feel that they are dictated by a sincere regard for me. But to what new misery is she referring? Time alone can tell.
Captain Cochrane, I am much disappointed with your daughter. In fact, I don't think she will do.
She won't do, Sir Joseph?
I'm afraid not. The fact is that although I have urged my suit with as much eloquence as is consistent with an official utterance, I have done so hitherto without success. How do you account for this?
Really, Sir Joseph, I hardly know. Josephine is, of course, sensible of your condescension.
She naturally would be.
But perhaps your exalted rank dazzles her.
Oh, you think it does?
Well, I can hardly say, but she is a modest girl, and her social position is far below your own. It may be that she thinks she is unworthy of you.
That is really a very sensible suggestion. And displays more knowledge of human nature than I had given you credit for.
But soft she comes. If your lordship would kindly reason with her and assure her officially that it is a standing rule at the Admiralty that love levels all ranks, her respect for an official utterance might induce her to look upon your offer in its proper light.
It is not unlikely. I will adopt your suggestion. Oh, but soft, she is here. Let us withdraw and watch our opportunity. Captain Cockador.
tapestry from distant Rome, rare blue and white Venetian finger glasses, rich oriental rugs, luxurious sofa pillows, and everything that isn't old from Gilos. And on the other, a dark and dingy room in some back street with stuffy children crying, where organs yell and clacking housewives fume, and clothes are hanging out all day drying, with one cracked looking glass to see your face in, and dinner served up in a pudding basin.
It has been represented to me that you're appalled by my exalted rank. I desire to convey to you officially my assurance that if your hesitation is attributable to that circumstance, it is uncalled for.
Oh, then your lordship is of the opinion that married happiness is not inconsistent with discrepancy in rank?
I am officially of that opinion.
That the high and the lowly may be truly happy together, provided that they truly love one another?
Madam, I desire to convey to you officially my opinion that love is a platform upon which all ranks meet.
I thank you, Sir Joseph. I did hesitate, but I will hesitate no longer. He little thinks how eloquently he has pleaded his rival's cause.
Never mind the why and wherefore, love can level ranks, and therefore, though his lordship's station's mighty, though stupendous be his brain, though her tastes are mean and flighty, and her fortune poor and plain. Ring the merry bells, lordship, rend the air with warping blood, for the union of my lordship with a humble captain's child, for a humble captain's daughter,
For a gallant captain's daughter,
and a lord who rules the water.
and a Tom who knows the water.
Let the air with joy be laden, rend with songs the air above, for the union of a maiden with the man who owns her love. Never mind the why and wherefore, love can level ranks, and therefore, though your nautical relation in my set could scarcely pass, though you occupy a station in the lower middle class. Ring the merry bells, lordship, rend the air with warbling wild, for the union of his lordship with a humble captain's child,
for a humble captain's daughter,
For a gallant captain's daughter,
and a lord who rules the water.
and a Tom who knows the water.
Let the air with joy be laden, rend with songs the air above, for the union of a maiden with the man who owns her love.
Never mind the why and wherefore, love can level ranks, and therefore I admit that jurisdiction freely have you played your part. You have carried firm conviction to my hesitating heart.
ring the merry bells, lordship, rend the air with warbling wild, for the union of his lordship with a humble captain's child, for a humble captain's daughter,
For a gallant captain's daughter,
And a lord who rules the water.
and a Tom who knows the water. Let the air with joy be laden,
ring the merry bells on lordship,
for the union of a maiden.
for her union with my lordship, ring the songs in the air above, for the man who owns her love, ring the songs in the air above, for the man who owns her love.
Never mind the why and wherefore, love can never ranks, and therefore I admit that jurisdiction freely have you played your part. You have carried firm conviction to my hesitating heart.
Ring the merry bells, the lordship, rend the air with warbling wild, for the union of his lordship with a humble captain's child, for a humble captain's daughter,
For a gallant captain's daughter,
And a lord who rules the water.
and a Tom who knows the water. Let the air with joy be laden,
ring the merry bells on lordship,
for the union of a maiden.
for her union with my lordship, ring the songs the air above, for the man who owns her love, ring the songs the air above, for the man who owns her love.
Never mind the why and wherefore, love can never ranks, and therefore I admit that jurisdiction freely have you played your part. You have carried firm conviction to my hesitating heart.
Ring the merry bells, the lordship, rend the air with warbling wild, for the union of his lordship with a humble captain's child, for a humble captain's daughter.
For a gallant captain's daughter,
Water.
and a Tom knows the water. Let the air with joy be laden,
Ring the merry bells on lordship,
for the union of a maiden.
for her union with my
my lordship rings on the air above, for the man who owns her love. Rings on the air above, for the man who owns her love.
For the union of his lordship with a humble captain's child, for a humble captain's daughter,
For a gallant captain's daughter.
Water!
ring the merry bells on lordship, for her union with his lordship. Rings on the air above, for the man who owns her love. Rings on the air above, for the man who owns her love.
Sir Joseph, I cannot express to you my delight at the happy result of your eloquence. Oh, your argument was unanswerable.
Captain Corcoran, it is one of the happiest characteristics of this glorious country that official utterances are invariably regarded as unanswerable.
At last my fond hopes are to be crowned. My only daughter is to be the bride of a cabinet minister. Oh, the thought is Elysian.
Captain,
Did I? You here?
no, don't. Oh, don't shrink from me, Captain. I'm unpleasant to look at and me name's agin me. But I ain't as bad as I seem.
What would you with me?
I've come to give you warning.
Indeed? Do you propose to leave the Navy then?
No, you misunderstand me. Listen. Kind Captain, I've important information. Sing hey, the kind commander that you are, about a certain intimate relation. Sing hey, the merry maiden and the tar.
The merry, merry maiden, the merry, merry maiden, sing hey, the merry maiden and the tar. Good fellow, in conundrums you are speaking. Sing hey, the mystic sailor that you are. The answer to them vainly I am seeking. Sing hey, the merry maiden and the tar. The merry, merry maiden, the merry, merry maiden, sing hey, the merry maiden and the tar.
Kind Captain, your young lady is a sighing. Sing hey, the simple captain that you are. This very night with Rexford to be flying. Sing hey, the merry maiden and the tar.
The merry, merry maiden, the merry, merry maiden, the much too merry maiden and the tar. Good fellow, you have given timely warning. Sing hey, the thoughtful sailor that you are. I'll talk to Master Rextra in the morning. Sing hey, the cat o' nine tails and the tar. The merry cat o' nine tails, the merry cat o' nine tails, the merry cat o' nine tails and the tar. I thank you for your warning. I'll at once take means to arrest their flight. This boat cloak will afford me ample disguise. So.
They're foiled. Foiled! Foiled!
Goodness me, why what was that?
Silent be, it was the cat.
It was the cat.
They're right. It was the cat.
I'm wilfully break the fair. For a clergyman is friendly to unite the happy pair. Goodness me, why what was that?
Silent be, again the cat.
It was again the cat.
They're right. It was the cat.
Every step with caution he will softly steal away.
Every step with caution feeling, we will softly steal away.
Pretty daughter of mine, I insist upon knowing where you may be going with the sons of the bride. For my excellent crew, though foes they could company, are scarcely fit company, my daughter for you.
How can that do? The foes we could company, we're scarcely fit company for a lady like you.
Proud officer, that haughty lip and curl. Vain man, suppress that supercilious sneer. For I have dared to love your matchless girl, a fact well known to all my messmates here.
Oh, horror!
I, a humble, poor and lowly born, the meanest in the poor division, the bard of epauletted scorn, the mark of quarter deck division. I dare to raise my wormy eyes above the dust to which you draw me, a man whose glorious pride to rise. I am an Englishman, behold me, he is an Englishman.
He is an Englishman, for he himself has said it, and it's greatly to his credit that he is an Englishman.
That he is an Englishman.
For he might have been a Russian, a Turk or French or Prussian, or perhaps Italian.
Or perhaps Italian.
But in spite of all temptations to belong to other nations, he remains an Englishman. He remains an Englishman.
For his light of all temptations to belong to other nations, he remains an Englishman. He remains an
In uttering a reprobation to any British tar, I try to speak with moderation, but you have gone too far. I'm very sorry to disparage a humble foremast lad, but seek your captain's child in marriage. Why, Danny, it's too bad. Yes, Danny, it's too bad. Yes, Danny, it's too bad.
Did you hear him? Did you hear him? Oh, the monster.
Yes.
The bastard. Don't go near him. Don't go near him. He is swearing. He is swearing.
My pain and my distress, I find it is not easy to express. My amazement, my surprise, you may learn from the expression of my eyes.
My lord, one word. The facts are not before you. The word was injudicious, I allow. But hear my explanation, I implore you, and you will be indignant too, I vow.
I will hear of no defense. Attempt none if you're sensible. That word of evil sense is wholly indefensible. Go, rebel, get you hence to your cabin with celerity. This is the consequence of ill-advised asperity.
This is the consequence of ill-advised asperity.
For I'll teach you all ere long to refrain from language strong, for I haven't any sympathy for ill-bred tongues.
No more have his sisters, nor his cousins, nor his aunts.
No more have his sisters, nor his cousins, nor his aunts. No more have his sisters, nor his cousins, nor his aunts. His sisters and his brothers will be reckoned up by cousins and his aunts. For he is an Englishman. For he himself has said it, and it's greatly to his credit that he is an Englishman. That he is an
Now tell me, my fine fellow, for you are a fine fellow.
Yes, Your Honour.
How came your captain so far to forget himself? I am quite sure you had given him no cause for annoyance.
Please, Your Honour, it was thus wise. You see, I'm just a top man, a mere foremast hand.
Oh, don't be ashamed of that. Your position as a top man is a very exalted one.
Well, Your Honour, love burns as brightly in the forecastle as it does on the quarterdeck. And Josephine's the fairest bud that ever blossomed on the tree of a poor fellow's wildest hopes.
Darling.
She is the figurehead of my ship of life, the bright beacon that guides me into my port of happiness, the rarest, the purest gem that ever sparkled on a poor but worthy fellow's trusting brow.
Very pretty, very pretty.
Insolent sailor! You shall repent this outrage. Seize him!
Oh, Sir Joseph, spare him, for I love him tenderly.
Pray don't. I will teach this presumptuous mariner to discipline his affections. Have you such a thing as a dungeon on board?
We have.
They have.
Then load him with chains and take him there at once. a bone I'll pick with this sailor fell. Let him be shown at once to his dungeon cell.
He'll hear the tone of the maiden he loves so well. No telephone communicates with his cell.
But when is known the secret I have to tell, white will he throw my door of his dungeon cell.
Farewell, my dawn, light of my life's farewell. For time unknown, he goes to a dungeon,
My pain and my distress, again it is not easy to express. My amazement, my surprise, again you may discover from my eyes.
how terrible the aspect of his eyes.
Hold! Ere upon your loss you lay much stress, a long concealed crime I would confess. Many years ago, when I was young and charming, as some of you may know, I practiced baby farming.
Now this is most alarming. When she was young and charming, she practiced baby farming many years ago.
Two tender babes I nursed. One was of low condition, the other upper crust, a regular patrician.
Now this is the position. One was of low condition, the other a patrician, many years ago.
Oh, bitter is my cup. However could I do it? I mixed those children up, and not a creature knew it.
However could you do it? Someday, no doubt, you'll rue it. Although no creature knew it so many years ago.
In time each little waif forsook his foster mother. The well-born babe was a babe. Your captain was the other.
They left their foster mother. The one was with our brother. Our captain was the other. How many years ago?
Then I'm to understand that Captain Corcoran and Rafe were exchanged in childhood's happy hours, and that Rafe is really the captain, and the captain is Rafe.
That is the idea I intended to convey officially.
And very well you have conveyed it, Miss Buttercup.
Aye, Your Honour.
Dear me. Let them appear before me at once.
My father, a common sailor.
It is hard, is it not, my dear?
This is a very singular occurrence. I congratulate you. Both. Captain Rackstraw, desire that remarkably fine seaman to step forward.
Corcoran, 3 paces to the front, march. If what? I don't think I understand you. If you please.
Perfectly right. If you please.
Oh, if you please.
You're an extremely fine fellow.
Yes, Your Honour.
So it seems that you were Rafe, and Rafe was you.
So it seems, Your Honour.
Well, I need not tell you that after this change in your condition, a marriage with your daughter will be out of the question.
Oh, don't say that, Your Honour. Love levels all ranks.
It does to a very considerable extent. But it does not level them as much as that. Here, take her, sir, and mind you treat her kindly.
Oh, bliss! Oh, rapture! Oh, rapture! Oh,
bliss! Sad my lot and sorry. What shall I do? I cannot live alone.
Fear nothing. While I live, I'll not desert you. I'll soothe and comfort your declining years.
Oh, no, don't do that.
Yes, but indeed, I'd rather.
Yeah. Oh, very well, then. Tomorrow morn our vows shall all be plighted. 3 loving pairs on the same day, united.
Oh, joy, oh, rapture unforeseen. Oh, now the sky is all serene. The God of day, the orb of love, has hung his ensign high above. The sky is full of blaze, with wooing words and laughing songs, which herald lagging words alone.
And if he finds the maiden one, will burn forth because joy is great in gladness.
For he's the captain of the Pinafore.
And the rival captain too.
And though before my fall I was captain of you all, I'm a member of the crew.
And though before his fall he was captain of us all, he's a member of the crew.
I shall marry with a wife in my humble rank of life, and you, my own, are she. I must wander to and fro, but wherever I may go, I shall never be untrue to thee.
What, never?
No, never.
What, never?
Well, hardly ever.
Hardly ever be untrue to thee. Give 3 cheers and 1 cheer more for the forward captain of the Pinafore. And give 3 cheers and 1 cheer more for the captain of the Pinafore.
For he loves little buttercup, dear little buttercup, though I could never tell why. But still he loves buttercup, oh little buttercup, sweet little buttercup, I.
For he loves little buttercup, dear little buttercup, though I would never tell why. But still he loves buttercup, dear little buttercup, sweet little buttercup,
I'm the monarch of the sea, and when I've married thee, I'll be true to the devotion that my love imparts.
So goodbye to your sisters and your cousins and your aunts, especially your cousins whom you reckon up by dozens.
Goodbye to your sisters and your cousins and your aunts, especially your cousins who you reckon up by cousins and your aunts.